Good morning, everyone. My name is Dwayne Pinnell with Transwest Truck Trailer RV, and I'm in Belton, Missouri, just on the southern edge of Kansas City. I have the pleasure of showing you one of our recent trades, which is a 2022 Entegra Accolade, and this is a 37M model. So it has 3 slides, a full wall slide on my right, your left, a slide here on the driver's side, and then a slide in the rear where the bedroom is. Now this has got a lot of room. It'd be a great coach for family because you have a lot of sleeping space in this coach. First of all, you have 2 theater seats which are very, very popular right now in the RV world, and they have been for several years. You have the booth dinette here also, and it does make a bed, so you could put that down, pop it in place, and utilize that as a bed. You have the sleeping area above the cab here. This has about 24,120 miles or so on it, and as you will see as we walk through, a really clean coach here. We have the skylight, which gives you a lot of natural daylight, and at the nighttime, if you want to close that down so you get the coach nice and dark, you can simply do it with the push of this button here, which will bring that shade all the way down and very easily all the way up, as you see. So we have the insert here for the bed at the top, and you can pull it in place and have the full space up there for 2 people pretty comfortably. But if you had one, of course, you can just set it up for the 1 person there. This does have USBs in the area. It has electrical in that area also. Lots of cubby storage spaces. Maybe you've got a teenager, 2 teenagers, plenty of room there, grandchildren. You have your light control switch, which is the master here just inside the door, which is behind, as you see, the cab. This sits on a Freightliner S2 RV chassis, so 360 horsepower in this unit. We do have automatic leveling jacks or hydraulic leveling jacks here. You're going to have Bluetooth compatibility. You do have this nice chassis that's the Freightliner chassis. It will tow about 12,000 pounds total overall weight. And then we have, of course, an inverter system that converts your DC power to AC power. In the living area, you see it's nice and bright with all the LED lighting that we have throughout the coach. Plenty of cabinet space above. And while those aren't very deep, they are pretty tall, so a lot of things can fit in there. You have the cabinets above here, a televator TV, so viewing from these nice theater seats, you have great viewing, and look at all the windows. Plenty of windows, and they do vent open, so you're going to get some fresh air if you're in a climate such that it would be conducive for that, and you like that. And then we have here also an electric fireplace that will put off heat very nicely for this space here. It'll toast it up very nicely. Now this coach is an all-electric coach. There's no propane on board at all. We do have the electric cooktop here with the induction Furrion cooktop here with 2 burners. And the cabinet space continues throughout. Nice drawers, trash can, plenty of room for a trash can. So lots of drawer space in the kitchen with the full pull-outs here. Nice solid surface countertop. We have 1 sink, stainless steel. You've got your nice residential style faucets. The TV control for the TV up and down is just right here. You have electrical, so if you have a coffee pot, you want to put it on the countertop. Light switches everywhere. Again, this has got great lighting throughout the coach. And then the uppers, which are quite deep. So if you have that coffee pot, you want to get it off the counter, probably room to store it up there. And then your residential style microwave, convection oven. And then this nice side-by-side residential refrigerator that does have a lock on it, so your milk's not going to go flying everywhere because of the weight that it has in there. Great side-by-side freezer on the left, refrigerator on the right. Lots and lots of storage there. It does have a water filter inside. You have a water dispenser here in the door. And again, that locking mechanism. here is your main control panel for your slides, for your lighting controls, for your tanks, your generator start, and this has automatic gen start. So how does that help you? It helps because if you are in a climate that is cool in the morning, it's going to get hot in the afternoon, you could leave your pets in here, set it up so that if it reaches a certain temperature tolerance, you can turn that automatic gen start on. It will kick on the generator, so then it's going to have enough power to run the ACs while you're out and about. If you're not plugged in, of course you're plugged in, it's a different story. And then you can also set it up as far as the volts on the charge on the batteries. If it gets to a certain tolerance, you can set it, if it reaches that tolerance, that it'll kick on that generator, so then it will also power up those batteries and bring them back to a full charge. You can see the nice area that we've got here, great big open space. 2 ACs, one in the living area here, one that supplies the bedroom back here in this area, and it's all vented, as you see nicely throughout the coach. A great bathroom here, nice lighting, so if you're getting ready in the morning and you need some light, then you have that there, of course. You've got your towel racks, drawer space continued. You do have a pedal type flush on the coach. And then great shower. I'm 6'1", there'd be plenty of space for me and certainly anybody taller. You have the handheld wand for your shower head, and then the skylight, which gives you even more space in there. You have the little soap bars there and little shelves all about, so if the ladies want to put their foot up there while they're shaving their legs, makes it very nice to do that. And then coming back, and again, this is a privacy door to close off the area. You still have full pass-through in the walk-through area here. A combination washer dryer. It goes through the washing cycle and then immediately into the dry cycle on this unit. And they've come a long way on those. There used to be some issues with them, and there probably still is over single units, washer single, dryer single, but the combination units have come a long way from what they once were when they originally were introduced. Got your drawer space here, maybe you put your dryer sheets in there, and then just, again, more storage. Back in the bedroom area, nice wardrobes on either side with the hanging bars. So for those hanging style clothes you can put them there. TV here, and a little storage behind this TV also. Again, you've got the lighting continued. And then this bed is really nice. It's a king size bed, and it of course raises here. So if you want to elevate yourself, watch TV in the midnight, or in the middle of the night, before you completely retire and sleep, you can do that. We do have a roller shade here, and can you imagine yourself backed up to a lake and have that view of the lake when you wake up, not to mention just the natural lighting that you could have there. Close that back down, and I think it's a really great coach. So this coach is stock number 17U253445. Again, 17U253445. We've just done a quick run through here on the inside. Let me give you a couple of the tank sizes here. So you have a fresh water capacity of 72 gallons, gray water capacity of 50 gallons, and then a black water capacity here of also 50 gallons. It does have an onboard diesel generator, so it's going to run from your main fuel tank. So you're filling up just one of those tanks. Of course, it does use the DEF as well on this coach, but plenty of power, plenty of space for a nice family getaway vehicle that even one could live in if they needed to, a couple of people certainly. But anyway, I want to show you the outside. This ocean side is the exterior color on the scheme on this particular coach, and I hope that you give me a call about it. I'm going to show you the outside base in just a moment. We'll walk around the outside as well. All right, everyone, I'm now on the outside of the 2022 Entegra Accolade that I was showing you from the inside. And as you see, we've got a great color on this one. This again is called Oceanside. Again, on the S2 RV chassis, 360 horsepower, about 12,000 pound tow. You have mirrors, of course, upper and lower. The upper will be heated. If you need to heat them from the inside, take off any kind of frost or whatever might be on those mirrors. And you do have side cameras. Great step side to get into the cab from the exterior. So several ways to get out of the coach. And then this is the main door that we showed you from the inside. Lighting for the porch, you have an awning that comes out right here and a huge awning on this side as well to cover your patio area if you want to have the living space outside, you know, entertain guests, have a barbecue, picnic table, whatever it might be. And then you can see the storage here, which is great. We have these nice insulated doors. Some of the covers to cover up the windows for privacy. But if you look down through here, you have almost a full pass through there, with exception of the height of the door space. But if you had a long table, something that's more flat, you can store that there. Of course, you have all the storage here. And this is nice in that you have this tray that will come out. So if you wanted to put a refrigerator or a freezer, you could do that to supplement your space for your cold stuff out here. Of course, the entertainment system out here, you have a sound system here, and then the TV, Insignia TV. You have speakers, so nice sound out here, remote control. You can use your Bluetooth and do your own music from right there as well. That's the vent for the microwave, and then you have a vent for the washer dryer right here. Great tires. Again, this has got about 21,000, and I'm going to back up a minute. I made a mistake because it does have the propane on board, I see. So we must have a furnace on this with the LP, so not completely electric. Forgive me for that. Just seeing this tank, obviously. And then moving back here, more storage. And the thing is, with a Super C, as opposed to a Class A, with the Class A, you have the engine in the back and the rail attaching the front wheels and everything. So you have full pass-throughs in the storage area down below, whereas this one, your storage is going to be side to side on a Super C like this. We're going to walk around, and we've got some construction going on here, so forgive us for that. They're going to do a great big building project here. One of the few coaches left that has a ladder to access the roof, so you can still climb up on this coach and get on the roof to do whatever you need to do. Check your air conditioning systems, check the seals around those, seals around your vents, etc. We have again, a diesel generator, quiet diesel Cummins Onan generator, 10,000 kW on the coach. It is running right now. Here's your water bay. So you have your valves for your black and your gray tank just here. And it does have a macerator on board. So it's going to have a motor to grind up that waste and help dispense it down into the tank as far as your black tank contents, and get rid of that. And then you've got an exterior outlets for your water. So if you have a dog with dirty feet or kids with dirty feet, get the sand off of them. You can do that nicely and get all that taken care of before they track everything inside. More storage, as you see here. Now this is where your electrical is, and it's tucked nicely up here, but you have the port to get that cord out through here, so you don't have to leave the door open at all. And it is a power retractable shore cord, which the control is right here. And the storage space continued, nice and carpeted. And just moving on, again, your batteries to run the unit, the house, and the chassis. Again, the side view cameras, so you can see what's coming up alongside you for protection. Of course, you have that rear camera that would have been in the back. Nice step side here, your DEF tank. And again, 2022 Entegra Accolade 37M. I'm Dwayne. Give me a call, 816-516-5312 about this vehicle, and we have plenty of here to choose from. So if you're shopping for an RV, I hope you'll give me a call. We want to be your one-stop resource for your RV needs, both parts, service, and in sales. Thanks so much for your time today. Again, let me give you my email, dwayne.pinnell@transwest.com. You can find me on Facebook at D's Luxury RVs, Dwayne's Luxury RVs, and again, that phone number is 816-516-5312.